Welcome. Behind these walls, brilliant machines are working together. They're using software for good, software to serve humans. Strange, yet undeniably brilliant.
We are back tonight with a special investigation. It's about adoption, specifically children adopted from overseas. Americans have adopted nearly 250,000 children from other countries since the late 1990s. The clear majority of them adopted into loving homes. But what you're about to hear is the disturbing story of what can happen when things go wrong. In partnership with Reuters, our national correspondent Kate Snow has discovered a troubling underground world in which children are passed off with no one watching.
26-year-old Nora Gately had polio as a child. She was living in a Chinese orphanage. At 13, an American couple adopted her.
I was the luckiest girl in the world. That's what I felt like.
She moved to a nice home in the Florida Keys. But within a year, Nora says, things fell apart. One day, her mother told her she was going on a road trip with her father.
I just thought we was going out and just doing a daddy and daughter thing.
He drove her to Tennessee, to the home of the Schmitz family.
He said, well, come back in a couple of years and pick you up. And I believed him.
Did you ever see him again?
Nope, never. Not after 2 years.
Not to this day.
Not to this day.
She lived with 17 other children, many of whom arrived the same way Nora did. Their parents had gone on the internet looking to get rid of kids they'd adopted from overseas. It's called rehoming.
This rehoming world is ripe for exploitation.
Over 18 months, Reuters reporter Megan Toohey examined an underground universe of chat rooms where desperate adoptive parents post notes about children they cannot care for.
She is scared and needs help with her many worries that make it hard for her to fall asleep at night.
On one Yahoo site alone, just over 5,000 messages. Some explicitly reference a child's sexuality or say the child was previously abused.
They say Sandy's orphanage had a lack of supervision that allowed sexual behaviors with other children.
Who's going to want a young person who has that background?
Sex offender experts will tell you that these types of advertisements are a predator's dream come true.
This underground network exists with no oversight. Laws regarding adoption and guardianship vary from state to state.
Lots of times the child is transferred to the new family with nothing more than a power of attorney that says, basically, where both signed by both parties and notarized. There's no government officials involved, no child welfare officials involved.
The family Nora was sent to was abusive. Nora says Deborah Schmitz would take her leg brace away as punishment and more than once told her to dig her own grave.
She said, get out and go dig your own grave. I don't care if you died. Nobody cares if nobody will find you. You were not even here in the first place.
When a visiting nurse, Sherry Dvorak, got suspicious, she gave Nora a tape recorder to document what was happening. That led to criminal charges and jail time for Schmitz. Almost a decade later, Nora is speaking out to draw attention to this secret world of rehoming. She's found a new life and loving support from people like Sherry Dvorak.
People that love me, that cares about me, tell me they love me all the time.
There is another side to this story from families who find themselves overwhelmed and unprepared for the challenges of international adoption. And Brian, tomorrow we will hear from them on Today.
I'm glad we're calling attention to it. Kate Snow, thanks as always.